very much. I hope everyone can hear me and see me. And I'm very sorry I'm not able to be there in person. I would like to very much commend the government of France and the leadership of UNESCO, our dear friends, for all the work that's gone into making this, I think, an incredible event. So thank you very much for including us, and we're very excited to be with you. At GPE, of course, we are all united on the common cause of ensuring that resources are well stewarded to help ensure that all children have a chance to realize their potential. Our work at GPE is rooted in mutual accountability, and that's the principle that we all hold each other within the partnership accountable for implementing our goals and objectives. That is one of the reasons why our support to countries goes well beyond grant funding. To support national policy dialogue processes and all of the enabling factors to achieve real change in education. This includes strong sector coordination, use of good evidence, data systems, and of course, strong domestic financial commitments. At the country level, our approach includes reinforcing government leadership, reducing fragmentation by incentivizing alignment, and making sure that all stakeholders, as much as possible, unite behind government reform priorities. We also support more effective policy implementation through the use of evidence. We're very focused on results-based financing in a variety of ways. And critically, we invest in strengthening the voice of civil society. In terms of the second question about benchmarks, we work through this in many levels as well. And I'll talk about several aspects. One, at the global level, we very much focus on financing. And have done so in part through our replenishment campaigns. For example, the dedicated leadership of terrific partners such as the governments of France and Senegal, who hosted our replenishment in 2018, and then more recently, the governments of the UK and Kenya just convened our Global Education Summit. At this recent summit, we hit some incredible benchmarks. One was succeeding in raising 80% of the required funds for our work as a partnership over the next 5 years. That was $4 billion. We're on our way to trying to raise the remaining billion. We also were able to, thanks to the incredible work of President Kenyatta through the Kenyatta Declaration, secure some incredible commitments from 20 heads of state to protect spending of their resources on education over the next 5 years, their domestic resources. And then finally, 24 of our ministers of education partners also submitted some incredible commitments. Just to round out the comments, at the country level, we've got some incredible tools to support the increased volume of financing. This includes grant financing to help advocacy. It also includes different types of requirements that governments can use to help advocate internally around education financing. For example, we've seen a couple of cases where ministers have used the requirements that we have in our work to prevent budget cuts taken in their own governments around education financing. So that's a very, very powerful tool. Over the coming years, we will continue to focus on the 20% global benchmark, and that will remain very central in our country-level dialogue around the whole subject of continuing domestic resources for education. And then zooming back to the global level, we will continue our very strong and dedicated advocacy efforts to ensure that education remains top of the agenda, both within the development agenda more broadly, because I think we all know that coming out of the pandemic, and also when we see how widespread the impacts of climate change are, education is at the heart of enabling children who will be the decision makers in the future to be able to contend with a future of uncertainty. So we will continue to press that case at the global level to make sure that we can try to sustain the financing that we need at the global level to complement ongoing commitments of resources at the country level. So I've skated over a lot of detail there, but I hope that answers your question. So I will end there, given that I think we're probably short of time.